Sometimes people in prison really question whether they can live a life of meaning or find fulfillment, even if they are serving a really long time. And I think sometimes it's important to reveal what I hear from people in prison. And today I am going to share with you, this is a fireside chat, and I'm showing you this letter that I received from a man by the name of Thomas. God, let me see my glasses. I'm 56 years old, almost be 57. Let me see these glasses. This is from Thomas Lanham. He is in the Montana State Prison. And he's taken the effort to write me letters periodically, and sometimes I like to share them. His address, if anybody wants to write and encourage him, is Thomas Creel Lanham, and it's at the Montana State Prison, 700 Conley Lake Road, and it is Deer Lodge, Montana, 59722-8711. I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but if not, I will plug it in after in the editing when I finish this video. So he's writing this letter to a friend of mine because in one of my books, I wasn't yet settled. I'd just gotten out of prison when I wrote that book. And in the book, and there are tens of thousands of these books in prisons across the nation, they have my friend's mailing address or a mailing address for his business. So he's actually writing to my friend, and I'm going to read it. He wrote this on October the 13th. Dear Lee, I gather that you received my August 24th, 2020 letter that I sent. As on October the 1st, I received the book by Michael Santos, The Straight A Guide Introductory Course, and October the 9th, I received the book by Prison Professors, Earning Freedom, the journal entry. Whether you sent those books to me or Michael Santos sent those books to me, I thank you for all of these books. And if you send me more of these kinds of books, I will thank you for those too. You see, I really like these kinds of books because they help me, and they help me help other prisoners around me. We all can be working to help other people regardless of where we are. So I'm really enthusiastic to get a letter like this, and I want to share it with people who may be going into the system or who have loved ones in the system. He says, you see, I am serving 140 years without parole, and I have been in prison for 22 years, but 23 years counting jail time, counting county jail time. Now I want to help other prisoners who have short sentences so they can keep from returning to prison, or worse, return with a life sentence as was happened to me. These books I would love to receive if you or Michael could send them to me. Inside, Life Behind Bars in America by Michael Santos, Earning Freedom, Conquering a 45-Year Prison Term by Michael Santos, Triumph, The Straight A Guide, Preparing Prisoners for Reentry by Michael Santos. I'm going to send him today Earning Freedom and Triumph because I have those in my own personal bookstore. But inside, I guess I could send him inside as well. I have to get that on Amazon. Okay, so it says, I trust and I know that these books could help me and help me help other people in prison. Plus, I share all books that I get with other people around me. Okay? As I am sure I said it in my August 24th letter on the Edovo tablets we got to use, it has 2 sets of program videos done by Michael. Set 1 is a Straight A Guide, 10 modules units. Set 2 is Masterminds, 13 module units. So if Michael has made more videos, we would sure love to see them. God, and I have hundreds of videos. It just takes me a long time to produce them and get them onto these tablets. I would like to write Michael directly, so I'm wondering if you will do one of 2 things: send me his mailing address, or 2, send him a copy of this letter. Well, I will send him my address. From the last time I wrote to you in August, I was classified to general population on the high security yard, and I am now here. Now I have a job as an ADA, an aide for an older gentleman. It is my job to walk with him as he uses a wheeled walker wherever he goes, and to get him his food tray and to dump his tray when he is done eating. It pays $1.50 a day, 7 days a week, about $45 a month. And after the prison takes out my monthly restitutions, I have about $37.50 remaining. You see, we could all be appreciative for something. To spend each month, I'll be saving $20 a month. So he's saving 50% of his income. If he can save 50% of his income on a $45 income, just think what you can do. If I can afford to buy a personal TV later for $150, And then I can watch nature and educational programming shows as well as news programs. As I stated before, I want to be of help to other people in prison to keep them from making the same screw-ups that I made. Also, at some point, I want to create a scared straight type program where us lifers who are serious about wanting to get better can talk to troubled youth and keep them from coming to prison. I believe if I would have had such people to tell me what was in store for me, I would not have ended up in prison at the age of 16 in Arkansas and at 25 serving life in Montana. Like Michael quoted from Gandhi, I want to be the change and I want to make it happen. I want to be that change, but I also like this quote by Tom Hiddleston. I don't think anyone until their soul leaves their body is past the point of no return. And I agree with that. That's why I believe I can help men in here, and I can also help troubled youth. Also, I don't know if you or Michael tried to write me yet, but when you do, please make sure you don't use a stuck-on postage stamp, because this prison made up a new rule that you all out in the free world that write us must use a printed-on stamp or a printed ink stamp by the post office. That's good to know. The prison thinks people put LSD and other drugs on the back of stamps that they send to people in prison. Would you please have Michael write to me so I can have direct contact with him? I'll sign off now and get this off in the snail mail. Peace from Thomas Creed Landham. His registration number is AO number 42418. His mailing address is Thomas Creel Lanham. Registration number A.O. number 42418. Montana State Prison, 700 Conley Lake Road, Deer Lodge, Montana, 59722-8711.